I know I need to size up with you, and when I defang the Viper, trust me, ain't gonna come from nowhere. Jeff, I already put you out. I don't even know why you're out here right now. Keep on talking. Hey, do me a favor. Why don't you act like this is an AA meeting and you shut your mouth while I'm sharing with the group? And Mustafa, you out here, a boy among men. And I'm gonna tell you what, you got lucky at the Rumble, so I know you're gonna come out here and run your mouth about how bad you are. But let me give you a little bit of a reality check. You see, Mustafa, you said that my eyes don't lie. Well, your eyes don't lie either, because last week, they were closed real tight when I put your simple ass to sleep. And AJ, hey man, be honest with me. How's our old girl Wendy doing?
Welcome back to the Clark Street Wrestling Podcast. It's me, Hafeez, and with me, as always, is Devin. And yes, we are doing our SummerSlam 2022 recap, which Devin now is dubbing Tribal Chief Day.
Tribal Chief Day.
Oh, man.
It is decided.
For the listeners, I apologize in advance because this man is about to have all of it right. See, stuff like this is gonna happen. You all know how it is with Devin.
Get them ones up, everybody. Get them ones up. Listeners, viewers, I'm looking at y'all. I'm looking at y'all right now. Get them, hey, you, get them ones up. You know you want to. Get them up. Yeah.
I mean, he earned it.
Yeah.
He earned it.
Tribal Chief Day.
Oh, man. That'll be the main event of this recap here. As always, we save the best for last. So that'll be at the end.
Yes.
We're going to go through these matches and just talk about how we felt about each individual one. This is going to be a SummerSlam purely episode. First Triple H run SummerSlam. We'll talk about that and just some of his influence.
Begun.
Yes. Shanks to just replace a meme where it's Triple H and Shang Tsung on that ship. It has begun.
Yes.
What I wanted, what I sent my brother. Remember when? I guess they've had a lot of these entrances, but Triple H and Stephanie. There was one in particular when Triple H was on a motorcycle with like a motorcade of motorcycles.
I remember that.
And Stephanie was on the back of his motorcycle. And I was like, this is them, as they took power, strolling into their first event as the true McMahon Helmsley era finally begins in WWE.
Yes.
And it's just Triple H and Stephanie looking badass, metal as hell on the motorcycle, heading to a ring. That's how they need to do it. On Raw, I wouldn't even be mad.
That's a perfect illustration right there.
Yeah, if they would have done that here at SummerSlam, or if they do it on Raw, where the two of them show up and just looking mean and badass, like it has begun. Oh man, yes, the era has kicked off, and we are already seeing some of Triple H's handprint all over this.
Little seasoning.
There was, yes. He peppered in. There was some spice. There was some Triple H spice.
Just say when.
For sure. I'll say this. Even on SmackDown, actually Raw and SmackDown, there was more energy to the beginning of both of them with brawls right from the beginning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you could tell they were trying to do something. Now, I'm pretty sure Vince still had a big part of those scripts. But something about the energy and of course on commentary, things they were saying.
A little bit loose.
Yeah.
WWE fans.
Wasn't it? I think maybe it was at SummerSlam where Corey Graves said, I liked you better, Cole, when you weren't allowed to have an opinion. And I said, oh, shit.
Well, Cole was like, well, things changed.
Things have changed recently. I said,
yes.
Whoa.
Saying the referees' names, man. That was pleasantly surprised right there. I'm like, man, this is refreshing.
That's
refreshing
crazy.
commentary.
They're calling them fans a lot, like that terminology versus just universe. So yeah, man, things are changing. I mean, even right now on my screen from SummerSlam, and this is kind of jumping into a little bit, but seeing how much Tommaso Ciampa was a part of that match with Logan Paul, and thinking about AJ Styles, Tommaso Ciampa. What? This, I'm telling that Triple H
Tribal Chief Day.
Yeah. Oh man, we're definitely seeing Shotzi on SmackDown getting a win on SmackDown television. Clean. Then she had a mic in her hand, and I said, "What? Yeah. Oh, this is definitely Triple H running this right now because there ain't no way Vince would have let this happen."
Nah.
She got cut off by Ronda Rousey, so she didn't get to say anything right away. But the fact that Shotzi Shotzi and Aaliyah had a match. You know, there's no Lacey Evans. It was Shotzi and Aaliyah. Wow. And Shotzi getting the win is like, is Triple H trying to say, hey, this is what should have been happening from the beginning. Shotzi deserves more respect. Let's give one of my daughters a win so that we can get her back on track. So
former host of Halloween Havoc for NXT, she did a phenomenal job.
Dude,
so she deserved to get some speaking time.
So underutilized on SmackDown. It's ridiculous. The thing she was on NXT, it's amazing that she could go from that to like not being on television for months at a time. It's just crazy. So this feels like she has hope. There's a hope for a lot of other people, which we will get into here pretty soon. Hope. Yes. As I wear a Darth Vader shirt. Right. Oh man, but so let's get right into it because this SummerSlam, it was something else, man. From match to match to match, there was a lot to chew on and be entertained by. The first match, the opening match of the night, being for the Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch starting us off right. Bianca Belair in her home state here in Tennessee. Just, coming out to a great ovation, Becky Lynch.
Huge pop.
Yes, huge pop for Bianca. You had Becky, playing the heel. But, I mean, it's always interesting because Becky, even though she's been doing a great job as a heel, you can feel like there's still this kind of love for Becky Lynch, too. And she's been doing a great job.
It's hard to boo Becky.
It's hard. It really is. It seems like the crowd is never really wanting to hate her. So, you got people, booing and cheering, and it's kind of a mix of that. But Bianca, was clear, like everybody loves her. There was no chance of the Bret Hart Stone Cold storyline happening in this particular pay-per-view. Devin, you tried to fantasy book it, but it just was not meant to be at this show. It was not going to happen. Just to get into a little bit, what are some of your thoughts around just how this match went and just your experience watching this whole thing unfold?
These two ladies, Bianca and Becky, they have Grand Slam matches. They just have outstanding chemistry. Just period, bro. I was just, every time they get together, I'm just impressed. Every time. This match right here, just impressed, man, of the moves of what they was doing. Becky Lynch showing something little new, like that one spot doing like a reverse stunner. I was like, ooh,
where'd that was from?
Nice. Yes. little something. So that was good, man. Bianca just, oh my God, the crowd was just so behind her. Her just showing her athletic, her smartness now this time, using her braid, her hair to her advantage. Like that one spot there on each side of the ring post, and Becky's trying to pull it, but Bianca just pulls it back, whips her into it. I was like, yeah. So just some outstanding storytelling, man. So I enjoyed the match. It was A++ with extra credit, bro. It was a fantastic fucking match, and I enjoyed it very much. It began, this feud, this rivalry began with the handshake, and it ended in a handshake.
Oh man, that was poetry. It was poetry. Just the way it all came together was just perfect. Yeah, man. Well said. Definitely great match overall. Just definitely, and another thing too, not to be missed, is being in that stadium. It had a WrestleMania type feel to it, So like, I loved that. I was actually surprised in my head. I didn't even realize we were gonna be in a stadium that large. I thought, okay, it's gonna be in an arena, normal size. But no, this had an epic, like WrestleMania type feel. Outdoor, it was daytime during this matchup, so it was like
48,000 fans. 48.
Yeah, I mean, look, it definitely had an epic feel. So I'll give them the numbers. It's fine. They can fudge it all they want. It's fine. But yeah, just great match overall. At the end, we had Becky Lynch try to go for the manhandle slam from the top rope, got reversed into the Spanish fly, and then KOD after the Spanish fly from Bianca Belair to retain her title. Great sequence there. At the end, you said it, there was a handshake that turned into a hug, which Becky Lynch just basically turning face in that moment, which was amazing. Like, we got face Becky back, and that would be further solidified when during Bianca's celebration, the music hit, and oh my God, ding dong, hello, I'm back, bitches. It's Bayley. She makes her return. The crowd is in shock. Bianca's in shock. It was perfect.
Like, I'm marking out. I'm like, what?
Like, it's about time. Yes.
Looking so fantastic too.
Yes. Just clean and all white, just feeling herself, telling the crowd, you missed me. Some kid in the crowd trying to give her a high five, and she thumbs down the kid and started laughing. It was just like, oh, we missed this. We absolutely did miss you, Becky, or Bayley. So Bayley. So Bayley, she stops and she's talking to Bianca, talking shit, and all of a sudden, this music hits. And for a second, my brain didn't even. I'm like, what music is that? What is going on? And then I see Bianca's face, and I'm thinking, and then Corey Graves is going, what? And I'm like, what? And then they show Dakota Kai at the entrance ramp. I'm like, wait a minute. Didn't she get released?
Yeah.
Didn't she get released?
Got released.
Triple H sprinkling that spice.
Where you going? Things have changed.
Let's fix this. I'm gonna course correct immediately on my first paper premium live event. I'm gonna course correct immediately. Brings back Dakota Kai, and then it's still not over because who else comes up? Oh, the Missy
information
Elliott,
overload.
The Missy Elliott themed music hits. And
boom, boom, boom.
Io Sky, aka Io Shirai, Io Sky shows up, and I'm like, I can't take this. I can't take. What is happening right now? What is going on?
Her just going down the walkway.
Oh man! Oh, it was perfect.
Oh.
And they're a faction. They're an actual faction now.
Yes,
which
Bayley faction.
Take rumors for what it is, but apparently this was exactly. We gotta preface it with that. Take it with a grain of salt. But apparently this was actually pitched before Dakota Kai was released, that she would have been a part of a faction on the main roster with Raquel Gonzalez. Yes.
Interesting.
And Vince shot it down. So you're going to start seeing some reports of that pop up more and more, but that's something that I caught posted, and I'm like, I'll bring it up because I kind of do believe it, given that Triple H, that's one of Triple H's kids from NXT that got released, and then all of a sudden she's back immediately when Triple H gains power. Like, what? What? So mark that down for another thing that happened. That
I guess it's easy to connect the dots right there.
Yeah. So I said it on the show. I said I'm going to be keeping note of things that I feel would not have happened if Vince was still around. And this is definitely one of them. Sure.
That's one of them. You saw it right there.
Yeah.
A faction, too, at that.
A faction. Bayley leading a faction with Dakota Kai and Io Sky. They go to the ring. They're face-to-face with Bianca. And then Becky steps up, and she's backing up Bianca. And I'm just like, what are we seeing right now? Is this WWE? Are you for real?
Yeah, dude, yes, it is.
I'm all in. I cannot wait for Raw. I cannot wait.
I was just about to say that. Yeah. I was literally about to say that, man. I can't wait for Raw, bro. I can't. Did you see the words that Becky Lynch mouthed to Dakota Kai?
No, what'd she say?
She was like, "You wanna fucking go?" And Dakota's like, "Yeah." I was like, bro, I'm ready.
Yes. Oh man, I can't.
Bailey at the captain's chair too, with Io Sky and Dakota Kai.
Dude, come
What?
on.
This is fantasy booking to me, bro.
That's what it is. That's exactly what this is. This is fantasy booking. Are you serious? I would never believe this could happen in WWE. And yet, here we are. Here we are. Wow. Well, it's a new era. We're in a new era. It's great. I'm loving it. Keep it going. And it does its job because it makes us want to see Raw. It makes us want to tune in. Now we're just frothing at the mouth, wanting to see what's next. Great storytelling.
Live.
Dude, yes. All in. Great job. Bravo. This first match, overall, top-notch match, and then a top-notch finish post-match event with these debuts happening. And this is the beginning. This is the beginning of the show.
It's the first fucking match. The transition after that, the post-match, just the chaos and Becky Lynch face now.
Yeah.
Teaming with Becky, teaming with Bianca. Now, who the third person would be? Me. I'll probably go with Asuka because that just makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Asuka,
the history,
Io Sky.
Yes. Oh, yes. On the main roster, Asuka versus Io Sky. Wow. Is this real life? Is this real life?
This is real, man. Tribal Chief Day.
Oh, man. Well, with that, moving on to the next matchup here, we've got Logan Paul versus The Miz, who came out with Maurice and Tommaso Ciampa, who is fully in the storyline now. He's no longer just
fully immersed.
Sneaks in and jumps somebody and disappeared. No, he is now fully immersed in the story. He came out during the entrance. He had gear matching theirs. So they're actually taking their
neon green.
Yeah, he is in the storyline now. He was, interfering in the match, trying to help out The Miz. Then you had AJ Styles come out to even the odds. So now we're going to get AJ Styles versus Ciampa? What is happening? What is happening? Again, another one of Triple H's kids getting taken care of.
I knew this was going to happen. I knew Ciampa was going to get taken care of, man. By Papa H. He's going to take care of you.
Yes.
I'm going to pair you up with one of the best. One of my favorites, AJ Styles, bro.
Oh my God. This is just so amazing. It's so amazing.
Yeah, I'm ready.
And
I'm ready for Raw.
I'm ready for Raw. I'm ready for Raw. Let's do this. Let's do this. So you got that going on. Then, they're both out of the match. The match goes on. Logan Paul, say what you will about Logan Paul. Love him, hate him. Most people hate him. But damn, this man has put in the time, the effort, and the work into honing his craft as a professional wrestler, sports entertainer, or whatever we want to call it. We're not gonna
No, you said it right. Professional wrestler. Professional wrestler.
Yes.
Because he put in the work.
Dude,
Professional.
He's going out there, executing these moves, and putting his body on the line to entertain us. And oh my goodness, the move that encapsulates all of this that we're talking about right now is him putting Miz on the announce table, going back into the ring, going up to the top rope, and executing a picture-perfect frog splash from the top turnbuckle to the announce table. What? Look, Bad Bunny, amazing. No shade to Bad Bunny.
Canadian Destroyer, great.
But this is something different.
This dude wrestling, bro.
Yeah.
He wrestling. He did a fireman's carry, bro. I was so impressed by that. Dude. He got Miz and you just wow. I was like, what the fuck is this?
He's putting in work. He's respect.
I was impressed.
Yes.
with his performance, bro. I gotta be real.
Yeah.
And then my wheels start turning. I start doing something. Thinking. I'm like, you know what? I do want to see this match now. If it was to ever happen, if AEW and WWE was doing a crossover and Paul Logan was going to be part of this, I want him to go against Kenny Omega. I want to see that match.
What? That's
Yes.
the most random. Where
I
did
know.
you come up with that? Logan
I'm a
Paul
mad
and Kenny
genius
Omega?
right now, bro.
Okay.
It was just, I was like, because Logan Paul, I'm sorry, he is just so athletic. And I look at Kenny, he's so athletic too, and the speed. They both have like this. I think they can have this chemistry because I look at Logan Paul, he was just the way he can speed up and slow it down, telling a story with Miz, and credit to Miz too. He did a fantastic job.
Yes.
Right, that cold breaker in the corner in the ring post, fantastic, bro.
Yeah.
Shit, money. But man, Logan Paul, he put in the work. I was just so impressed by his athletic ability, these moves he was doing, the phenomenal off
Somewhat
the top
phenomenal.
forearm.
Above average forearm.
Right.
That's probably
he didn't put that little snap in there. He was just
that was like 15% power on the phenomenal forearm. I gotta give that percentage. 15%.
Yep.
That's 15%.
Yeah. But outside of that, man, I gotta give this dude props, man. So yeah, I want to see a Kenny Omega and a Logan Paul match. Give it to me.
Wow, you went
I
there.
said it. That could be a terrible take. Shout out to Bishop.
Yeah, it's coming. That's coming. Because you saying that, you caught me off guard. I'm like, wait.
I know.
Of all people for you to think, if you would have said Pat McAfee, I'd have said, that's what I thought of. I thought of, let's put Pat McAfee against Logan Paul because Pat McAfee is the ultimate good guy right now, the ultimate babyface. And then you have Logan Paul, who is just a natural heel. Like, that kid is just so naturally, like, he's such an asshole. Like, even at the end of this matchup.
But he won that crowd, though. So
he did. Thank you, because I don't want to forget that. That at the end of it, what I loved about it, no matter how you feel about him, they all did cheer and give him his props. He earned their respect. So I feel like there is respect for Logan Paul as far as him doing this in the ring. But I still think that his personality still leans more heel naturally than face. So put them against each other and give Logan Paul full access to his powers. Let him be a heel. Because right now he can't do it because, the thing with him and The Miz. Okay, he beat him. We're done. Move on. Now it's like, all right, let's start building up something where it's like, Logan Paul's talking this shit and saying, hey, yeah, I did it. I told you. Because at the end, too, he was like, I told you. Like, he was feeling himself.
Yeah, that's what a champion does.
Hey,
that's what a champion does.
That's what a champion does. Exactly. And I can see, now I'm fantasy booking. Like, if Logan Paul starts talking a little bit like, I feel like I stole the show. I did it better than everybody else. You got all these other guys coming saying they can do it. Guys like Pat McAfee, who, people want to cheer him and all that, and they love him. But you compare the two of us, and I did it better. He could just start throwing a little shade like that. And Pat McAfee, goes, all right, I heard what he said. I'm not going to go too far into it, but, people actually like me. So, and then just plant the seeds just little by little. The next WrestleMania, it'll be Logan Paul versus Pat McAfee. Just go ahead and do it. I'm signed up. I'm all in. A year ago, you would not have caught me saying that. Right? That would be a banger. That would be one of the most anticipated. Terrible wrestling takes. That would be one of the most anticipated matches of WrestleMania. It would be Logan Paul versus Pat McAfee. Put it on the marquee.
WrestleMania, book it. It is decided.
Oh, man. You got all the takes here, man. But
that match went 14 minutes.
14 minutes.
14 minutes.
It didn't feel like I wasn't even thinking of time. It just felt like it flowed perfectly. It was a great damn match. So shout out to both guys, but especially Logan Paul for just really earning my respect. He earned my respect. The dude went out there. He put in the work.
Yeah, he was wrestling. I'm still tripping off that real quick fireman's carry he did, because that's like no easy feat. He did it, and he snapped it he put snap on that with Miz. I was like, shit.
For me, and I'm with you there with that. The fireman's carry was sick, but that frog splash, What amazes me about that is usually when people go up there, they do an elbow or, I don't know, maybe you do a regular splash, right? You don't do like a frog splash or do anything special in the air when you're jumping outside onto a table typically. Yeah, he went extra. He said, I'm not just going to do this. I'm going to put some extra stank on this and put some style and flavor onto this by, like compacting and getting the frog splash executed. Dude,
Miz ain't all of that. He ate all of that. I was like, ooh.
Dude, man, yeah. He's not a celebrity doing this anymore. He's just a wrestler now. Period.
Yeah, you a wrestler.
He's just
bro.
a wrestler. He's earned that. Pat McAfee's earned that. Both those guys, they are wrestlers now. They are wrestlers, and that's
These
awesome.
celebrities in this day and age is weird. They just coming in and
But I will say,
but shout out to WWE for training and getting them prepared. Like having a hell of a training center and developing.
I will say though, Dwight Howard, pause real quick because I seen Dwight Howard go out there for the tryout doing the "Who's the Master?" Show enough. Calm down, Dwight. Don't be bringing that. If you want to show me WWE,
he was doing the show enough, bro.
Do not bring that character to WWE.
No, not the show enough. Not the show enough.
Show enough. Who's gonna take my title? Like what the? Why are you doing this voice? I know what you sound like. What are you doing? Just trying to be all. He was extra. That's all I'm gonna say. If you know,
just be himself, man. You don't got to be like this extra character, like a parody of wrestling.
Exactly. Be yourself. The two dudes we just talked about, they're themselves. That to me, that is Logan Paul. He loves his Pokemon, and he's an athlete, and he can do amazing things in the ring. Pat McAfee is a fan. He loves this business, and he loves entertaining and going out there and just. He's putting in the work. He had his own ring and it like built for him to train, and you see it paying off. Like, oh my God, amazing. So, yeah, just shout out to both those guys. Dwight, if you want to try it, absolutely, Dwight. Go ahead, try it. Put in the work though. You got to put in the work. And just be yourself. All this extra. Yeah. Who's the best to show enough?
Not the show enough, bro. Not the show enough character. No.
That's not going to work.
What's next? Dragonfly from Martin.
Oh man, yeah, seriously, right? On that note, next match, we've got the United States Championship match featuring Bobby Lashley and the Money in the Bank himself, Theory. So this match, it was real short, not long at all. 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Yes, you heard that right. So they went through this pretty quickly. There was some back and forth. I would say, Theory put on some offense. He had his moments here and there. Had a rest hold in there too. Had him in a choke and was talking shit. But for the most part, Bobby at a certain point, did his big spine buster. Took over. Actually, the moment was when he pressed Theory, pressed him up in the air, then turned that into the Hurt Lock, and Theory wasted no time. Just started slapping that back in the head beat. I
was like, it's over. As soon as I saw it, it's over. It's over, man. Bobby got you.
That neck beat. You started slapping that neck beat.
Corey's like, go put some ice on it, because you got a long night ahead of you.
You got a long night.
And Byron was like, well, I think he's just calling and go home.
Done.
Yeah, like he's done.
Oh, man. So this match, I mean, it was what it was. It wasn't a great match, but I like the fact that Bobby Lashley retained. I felt like he deserved to continue on this title reign. The crowd was really behind Bobby Lashley throughout the whole thing. It's still amazing to see this crowd really like just accept and cheer and support Bobby Lashley the way they are. So that's awesome. And Theory, I think, he's doing his job as a heel. He's trying to get under the crowd's skin. He has, I think, legitimate heat with the crowd right now because the thought of him being champion must really just get under people's skin to think this This dude is gonna be hell no. Like no one wants to see that. Not quite yet. So I think Theory's doing a great job of just being that guy who is just gaining heat from the crowd naturally. So good job on Theory. But overall, I thought it was a solid match. Served its purpose as far as just being kind of I don't know, a buffer between because we came off a match in Logan Paul and The Miz that surprise was hot. I mean, it was a great match
with a banger.
Yeah. So with this one, it's like, all right, we're gonna chill out a little bit. It still has stakes because you've got a championship on the line, but the guy that should have won, and it happened fast enough to where you could say Theory would have enough energy to maybe threaten these two guys, Brock and Roman, in the main event. So that's another thing to think about is, all right, let's have this one be quick. All right, I'm in the hurt lock. Let me not let this dude drain any more of my energy because I still got something else to do at the end of this match. And at the end of the night, I should say, in cashing in. So it was smart on Theory's part from a story perspective to do that. So I accept it. It was cool. It was good for what it was.
Yeah, man, you said it. I got nothing to add to it. It was a serviceable match. It made Bobby look like the top star he is, in Theory, the heel he is. So perfect, bro.
There we go. So the next match here, right after that, we had the Judgment Day versus the Mysterios. So Damian Priest, Finn Balor, and the returning Rhea Ripley. I think this is the first time we saw their entrance all together like this, or did we see it on a Raw once before? This felt new to me. I don't know why.
Maybe on a Raw before. It's kind of foggy with me too.
Yeah, because I remember there were times where when Rhea was hurt, they would be out there together, but I feel like they would get the no entrance treatment, or you'd hear the song, but it would be like they would jump somebody. They wouldn't actually have an entrance. So the three of them, it felt funny enough. It felt a little bit like the House of Black at first, which I'm like, I don't know. This isn't gonna work because the House of Black's entrance is the shit. Like those dudes when they come out, those three, when they come, actually those four now. But it felt very much with the silhouettes, and they're all just standing there. I'm like, this is kind of a weaker version of House of Black right now. Like, oh no. And I hate saying that because Finn Balor is my guy.
That's
and
accurate,
I love
though.
Rhea Ripley. But
that's accurate.
That's what as soon as I saw it, I said, oh no, this is just a lame ripoff of that. And I think they need to change the song because the song doesn't fit them anymore. I just think of Edge when I hear that song like that, because that group did his original song too. So it's just weird, like hearing that group with someone else other than Edge, Alter Bridge. It's just no. Change the song.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. Change the song. Change the entrance because everyone is gonna think. Everyone that watches AEW,
just give it an update.
Yeah. Do something else. So that aside, the match itself, with the Mysterios, I felt that too was all right. I thought that you would see the Judgment Day get the victory here, because they lost on Raw. So it's like, okay, 50-50 booking. You'll have Damian and Finn get the win here, and then maybe Dominic ends up turning on his father, as a part of that, joins the Judgment Day. Well, we got none of that. We had Edge show up, make his triumphant return. I guess it's very Brood. Brood Edge now. We see
he had new music. I couldn't really.
I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, it was hard to hear. So I was like, is that new music?
I don't even know if I like this yet. This new look and the feel of it overall. It's just, it feels, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it yet.
Yeah, lightning bolts on the side of his pants. So
yeah, and then there was in the video, you could see like bodies dropping. I guess they're going to like hell or whatever. So he's coming up from hell. I don't know.
So he's supposed to be supernatural now, or
we're gonna find out, man. Because I hope not. I really hope he's not supernatural because that makes no sense with Edge's character. The whole thing with him with the Brood, where they're kind of like vampires, and they have the blood, thing that they do, but now in 2022, that is not quite gonna work. You know, Edge is a badass by himself. He having, you know, come back from that career-ending injury and still wrestling is enough to make you a badass. You don't have to add all this extra stuff to it. Now, if you want to make it somewhat larger than life and do mind games and have a theme to your character, that's fine too. But doing the whole like, okay, maybe he has powers. No, they better not. They better not.
Turn the lights on.
No. Yeah, right.
Off.
No.
Make it red.
Rain blood. Yeah,
Right.
that's probably gonna happen. I can see him doing that to Judgment Day. You know, they're in the ring and he just pours blood on them because he did that. I forget, was it to Seth? He got Seth with that.
Yeah, the blood. It was black though. But
black, they didn't do. But now TV14, I mean, they might go back to
blood.
Right. So this one too, I felt like this match, the match itself was entertaining. It was entertaining, but not like, oh, you know, I'm super into this. I was thinking one thing was gonna happen. I didn't get that, and then Edge showed up. So I felt like it was just all right. Like this one right here was just all right. Even when Edge came out, it still felt like it didn't quite hit the mark for me as far as making me say like, "Ooh, that was a damn good, you know, match and moment and all that." It's just, it happened. That's cool. Let's see what happens on Raw. But I'm not as excited about seeing the aftermath of this on Raw as I am seeing like Bayley's faction on Raw. Bayley's faction, I'm all in.
That's
this
brand new.
Like, exactly.
Yeah,
So
Judgment Day.
Yeah.
They haven't been booked pretty strong, so I think that's why.
That's a great point. Yeah,
the match was only like, you know, average, whatever. It was
11 minutes.
Yeah, 11 minutes, and you know, I ain't get what I want. Dominic, he ain't turning on his supposed father, claiming that he Uncle Eddie's son. I ain't get none of that, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And even, you know, shout out to the Front Face Lock podcast. I was on a live stream Wednesday. He was doing SummerSlam predictions, and Vinny, he suggested that Rey Mysterio might turn heel. I was like, oh. And then he mentioned like what happened on Monday Night Raw, like when Eddie got the Halloween, that the costume, the purple, and it was a purple background. I was like, I was like, shit.
Yeah, because he was wearing, I think he was wearing purple for that tag match too. Like I had caught that, and I was like, that's interesting. That's a weird choice of colors to wear against the Judgment Day. Dom, I tried to see if he was wearing purple too when I noticed that, but he wasn't. But it was Ray that was wearing that. So I'm like, is that supposed to mean something? And now to your point, you know, I wasn't even thinking about this after the match, but it's weird that also the you know, his outfit from, you know, WCW, the classic one from, I think it was Halloween Havoc. Yep. The purple is the one that they gave him as a gift as he's facing off against the Judgment Day. Is there any kind of story connection there? Or was it just random? Right now it feels random.
It does.
It
does. But I just think Judgment Day, they need some wins. They need some wins quick.
Yeah.
Like they need some stacks of wins. They need to look strong because right now they just look pathetic.
Well, I hate to bring this up, but don't let it be like Retribution. You know, because Retribution was terrible, and it was the same thing, the same problem. You got this faction you're trying to build up as being like this badass faction, but then they kept losing. So it's weird. And since they split up with Edge, they've gotten no dubs. I don't see them winning.
Maybe they kept that as the Vince stories. Now they'll start all over fresh.
Hopefully they just start fresh now.
Right. They just let it run its course. Like, all right, let's get some wins because I believe that Triple H, he likes his factions, and he likes his factions to look strong. I got one of that on Black and Gold. So under the Triple H era, let's see how Judgment Day, if they get repackaged and they can build some wins. Yeah,
exactly. We're gonna see. Hopefully, you know, we do something with that. The other thing too that was weird to me is the videos that they showed leading up to this, where it was kind of teasing Edge. You know, they never officially said it was Edge. And even now, the last video that they showed, it said, I am coming to, like someone wrote it in blood, like I am coming to. And then they never said coming to what. So I was thinking they would have said SummerSlam, and then we would get this, and it's going to be Edge. But they didn't. And so then I started thinking, like, wait a minute, is it for sure Edge? Or was those videos for somebody else? Because they didn't really close that whole the videos with anything that would tell me for sure, like, the person we're teasing here is showing up to blank, wherever. So now, it's Edge. I'm pretty sure it's Edge, but it's just weird how they just had him show up. Like, even it's funny because that's the match that is going on my TV right now. If they would have just like turned the lights off and showed that video and had him, show all the scenes and say, I am coming to SummerSlam, and then he shows up, that'd have been cool. And maybe that was the plan, and they just said, fuck it, let's just do it because the way the stadium is and the Tron, it's in an odd spot, it really maybe that was going on. Right. Yeah.
Because that was like no straight walkthrough. You had to like curve and Yeah. So
it's just the way the layout of the arena probably made that tough, and they thought not everybody would see it. I don't know. But then they had I think they have a jumbo Tron in the somewhere else too. Because around the ring in that the whatever poles are holding up LEDs. And actually I just saw it too. There's another LED across from the entrance. So the crowd can all watch the video on the other side to see this. So the slight change I would have just done is, play that video right before Edge shows up. That way it's like, oh, we're paying that off. Because now, there's a small part of me that's like, well, what if we all assumed it was Edge, but then this happens and then they still keep playing those videos? And it's like, wait a minute, because that actually would kind of be cool if we all assumed it was one person.
Right. But hold on.
But wait, is it not him? Because you're still playing the videos and he just showed up. So I don't know. I kind of I actually would kind of like if they did that, because since they didn't show it during his match, I feel like that was a missed opportunity to just cleanly close the lead up, the build up from the videos into his intro. So that the creative thing to do now would be like, well, what if we use this for somebody else, and then that person is actually coming after Edge? It's not Edge we were teasing. It's a person that knows Edge is coming back and wants revenge on him. So I was like, oh shit, okay. And then Christian shows up now.
Talking about daddies.
Oh, yeah, right. Fantasy booking, man. Fantasy booking over here.
There's a good chance for it. I think they might have like that graphic they've been teasing possibly Edge on Monday Night Raw. So we might see that graphic that we see when they was teasing Edge when he comes out. Might be on
his
the
intro, his entrance. Yeah. Maybe that'll be just part of his entrance video going forward. Maybe they do something like that too. We'll see. But this matchup here, it was all right. It was fine. It was what it was. I wasn't mad at it, but it felt like it didn't quite hit the mark either. All right. Next matchup, though, for me, this one did hit the mark. This one was really cool. Pat McAfee versus Happy Corbin. Yes.
Or bum ass Corbin.
Oh man, Corbin looked back and he said, "What is this? What? A choir? You got a choir singing this? What is going on? Somebody explain." Dude, it was great. That whole thing was great. Just doing his entrance, feeling himself. Yeah, I'm about to whoop this dude's ass. Then you hear this choir, bum ass Corbin. It's like, huh?
Oh man, that was funny as hell, man. I enjoyed that.
That was great. But yeah, man, why don't you take this one, man? Just tell us your experience with this one.
Oh, this is one of my favorite matches on the card. Pat McAfee, Happy Corbin. I'm saying, I'm glad I gave Corbin his dues, his respect, because he showed it why he is that dude, why he is that heel. And I think he's one of the top heels in WWE, bro. Like he made McAfee look like a star, look like that top face, and he was coming off as like an arrogant heel. I love what happened on SmackDown. Friday Night SmackDown. He bought the ticket. He was sitting right behind commentary. He had a picture that said "loser" or Pat McAfee. Like
when he was like a kid or something. I don't know.
Awkward teenager pick. Best way I could describe it. But yeah, he had "loser" on there, popcorn hanging right here. They're trying to commentate. You hear Baron Corbin talking loud. Dude. And you see Pat McAfee like, "Hey man, I'm trying to talk. All
right, we're trying to do our jobs here, man. Come on now." Literally running down the card for SummerSlam, trying to hype it up. And you just hear Corbin talking shit through the whole thing. And McAfee is like, this is unprofessional. This is terrible. This card deserves more respect than this. But this dude, this bum ass over here, keeps talking over us. This is terrible. So yeah,
like, this is what I got to deal with. This is what I got to deal with. Yeah, man. And this match did not disappoint. Mm-hmm. I love how, man, Baron Corbin, he really protected Pat McAfee, because there were some times that he was going for that pop up super suplex. He kind of slipped, but Baron Corbin helped him out. I'm like, okay, cool. Yep. He protected him, man. So that's like the first rule in wrestling. So I appreciate that. It was just a fun fucking match, and I had a blast with it, man. All the way up to the pin. It was just like, damn. And I just became even more of a fan of Baron Corbin, straight up. I'm like, bro, I just respect this dude's his heel work.
Yeah, man. It was fun matchup overall. Really enjoyed it. Pat McAfee. The only thing that I kind of missed was the Seven Nation Army music, because that is just so classic. Like, for sporting events to use that song, it probably was expensive, and they didn't want to keep paying for that song in particular. So that's why they came up with something that they could use for real. But that caught me off guard a little bit. I was like, oh, they gave him a new song? All right, cool. And then they tried to have the chant with it that was kind of similar. So I'm like, all right, this is cool. Like, I get it. And after a couple times, it'll catch on, and people will start singing this one too. But for now, it was just a good placeholder. And Pat McAfee, he just has such a charisma to him in his entrance, looking around, feeling himself, getting the crowd into it. The crowd is like, yeah, Pat, yeah. Like, just the love that everybody has for him and that he has for them. It's just so fun to watch that. Then you get in the ring. And again, Pat McAfee, just the work that he puts in to be able to do these moves, like even something as simple as a super kick. Like, he basically started things off with the super kick. That was clean. It was sharp.
It looked stiff.
Yeah. I was like, man,
he caught him. I'm like, ooh.
Dude, it was great. It was great. And then I forget what they called the move, but it's basically a swanton that he did to the outside. But he has his own word for it. It was something gabagool, salt thing, whatever. Corbin is like, what? What is that?
Like, that's what he calls the move.
Like, hey, he's an eighth Italian. That's what he told me. So I was like, what is that? What are you talking about? So great. That was awesome. And he almost slipped. He was up there, and it was like real, I guess because of just how hot it was. Like, there was a lot of sweat and moisture, and so he got up there and he almost slipped at the top, but then he pulled it off. He did the swanton, and I'm like, oh man, like that was it. I got respect for him because to be a guy who hasn't been doing this very long, to handle that adversity of, oh shit, like things are not perfect right now. I slipped earlier on when I was trying to do the superplex to Corbin. He protected me. Now this one, I got nobody to protect me. I'm off balance a little bit. Caught himself, did the move, great. And then they did the finish off the turnbuckle. It was like almost like a monkey flip type of move for the pin.
Panama Sunrise.
It wasn't even the Panama Sunrise though, because it was the pin. Like, they did it as a pin. It was basically like a I'm just gonna call it like a monkey flip, but it was like a flipping. What is the one that Rey Mysterio used to do where it went into a power bomb? It's that one where it's like, I think Zelina Vega does it too, where you just kind of swing and you flip together, and basically it turns into a power bomb pin. That's basically what they went ahead and
Canadian
did.
Destroyer?
It's not a destroyer, because the destroyer is a pile driver.
Yeah,
But
it's power driver. Yeah, right,
this was
right.
more
This is
of just a pin. It was like a rolling
they
power
going for
bomb.
that, but it just ended up looking like that.
Yeah. Oh man, I think Amazing Red used to do it. This is gonna bother me now. Just the name of this move.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna try to look this up, but basically that move wasn't as clean as it used to. Well, they're just saying all sorts of other moves. Whatever. We'll get it. By the end of the show, I'll have the name of it. But yeah, it wasn't as clean as it could have been, but they I think there was some issues with just moisture and that made it a little bit slippery for McAfee, because he did a lot of top rope things that didn't look as clean. But again, his charisma, just everything about him.
I'm watching it right now. He caught his balance. He was like,
yeah.
using his arms. I was like,
man.
It was. He did it. He did the damn thing, man.
Now, do you think that this continues on? Because one thing I didn't realize is that in their storyline, both of them played for the Colts at one point. I don't know if they had brought that up.
Yeah. They brought it up like 2 times. Okay, it was on the same team.
So that was cool. And like, I don't know, I feel like this, because also too he hit him with the nut shot, to get the victory as well. Like that is a part of this now too. He got his receipt back from what Corbin did to him on SmackDown, giving him a nut shot. So do you see maybe a rematch down the road for this, or do you see this as a one and done?
It seems like a one and done. It really, unless they plan to repeat this match at Clash at the Castle. Because that's another stadium event, and you got Pat McAfee. I could see that being on the card possibly, because they did have great chemistry, man. Yeah, they did.
Code Red, that's what it is.
Code Red. I said
Amazing Red, I should have been able to. Okay. Code Red, because Zelina Vega does it too. It's basically like a flipping power bomb pin. So that's what it's Code Red. That's what he was attempting to do. Yeah. So
man.
But yeah, so you think one and done?
One and done, unless they do a rematch at Clash at the Castle, which is like what about a little more than a month away?
Ish. Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it'll be interesting because I feel like they have great chemistry, and this is a match that I wouldn't mind seeing run back again. I think a place like that, because that's another special event. First time in forever that they've been out there to do a stadium event like this. I think it would be nice to have a matchup like this on the card where the UK crowd gets to, experience Pat McAfee. And I can only imagine the chants and the fun that they're going to have.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, man.
Even to have the fun at Baron Corbin expenses. That's
right.
Too, man.
Oh, dude, the stuff they'll come up with, the creativity that they have, it's just, that's going to be a special card. That's going to be a special card for sure.
I forgot to mention, man, I love when Baron Corbin took Pat McAfee to the announce table, laid him down. He put on the headset, just talking shit. He's calling his parents out. And you hear Michael. Come on, Pat. Come on, Pat. Oh, that's your boy? Man. That's your boy? And he go over there, he touched Cole. He's like, don't you touch me. Hey! You get your fucking hands off me.
Yeah, man. Dude, like you said, Corbin is just, he gets it. He gets it. From a heel perspective, he knows just do what you got to do to get that heat. And I think not only does he get it, but he enjoys it. He enjoys what he does, and it comes through. And yeah, man, you gave him his flowers, you gave him that respect, and I respect him too. I put the Miz in that same category as well with these guys. I think Theory could learn a lot from these two because I feel like he's in kind of that similar vein of that kind of natural heel heat. He's a magnet for it. You just got to be able to, continue to get that heat and just enjoy it. Just relish it. Because sometimes with Theory, I'm like, is this rattling him a little bit? Is it overwhelming a little bit. Like I'm not
scared.
sure. Right.
I'm not scared.
Because when he was in there with, the tribal chief and the Usos, I was like, and Roman goes,
Come on.
Be easy on him. It's his first time. It's okay. I said, oh, shit. Oh, no. Theory. What have you done?
Man, bro. When the tribal chief told Austin Theory, your daddy is gone,
Yeah.
I fucking marked out. I was dead on the floor, bro.
Yeah.
And I replayed it. You can see that hurt Austin Theory's feelings. That dude was hurt when Tribal Chief said that, bro. I was like, oh, he's actually hurt by that. Yeah, your daddy gone.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and that New York crowd, man, it was just the worst. They were the worst. Daddy's gone. Daddy's gone. Daddy's gone. Who's your daddy?
Your daddy's
Who's
gone.
your daddy? Yeah, right.
I'll tell you who's going to be his daddy. Tribal Chief's going to be his daddy. Keep on messing up.
Yeah, right. I was like, oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Tribal Chief Day.
Oh, man. So just keeping this moving forward again. Pat McAfee got the victory over Happy Corbin. Will we see this again? Maybe Clash of the Castle, but it could be a one and done. But regardless, it was a great match, entertaining match. Now, speaking of Tribal Chief Day, the Bloodline had their tag team match where they defended the tag team titles against the Street Profits. So we had the Usos versus the Profits with special guest referee JEFF JARRETT Jeff Jarrett. So yeah, man. So this matchup. Okay, the first thing I'm gonna ask. First of all right, great matchup, strong matchup, passionate matchup. Both teams very passionate during this matchup. As far as like you can feel the animosity. Montez Ford especially, you can feel this man was just angry the whole time, just pissed off at Jeff Jarrett.
Fuck is you talking about, bro?
Oh, it's like you can't count to 3. It don't matter what you do. I'm gonna find a way. I'm like, damn, Tez. Like he didn't do nothing. The dude kicked out. He did his job.
He's doing his job. Jeff Jarrett was doing an amazing referee job.
Perfect. It was perfect. Jeff Jarrett was perfect. But Montez was not feeling him at all. So yeah, that cracked me up, man. And just again the intensity from all these dudes, man. Like you just felt it. You felt it. But I will ask you the question: if you compare this match to the Money in the Bank match, which one do you prefer?
Oh, easily Money in the Bank.
Money in the Bank. Okay,
because that was a true Act 1, Act 2, Act 3 story right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Here was just, it was cool. I enjoyed the match. It was a different type of story, more on, the Street Profits and the frustration of Montez Ford getting in the way of getting gold. So I like that story being told, but it wasn't as good as Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I agree. Even though with Money in the Bank, the one issue that I had with it was that it had the controversy at the end. For me, I was kind of like, it kind of took away from it a little bit because now I'm like, okay, that's not, it just wasn't clean. And a classic epic matchup, I would just rather see a clean finish, a clear pin, shoulders down. I don't think that was even supposed to happen. Maybe it was, but the way it happened, I don't know. I just kind of, it felt a little bit off. Whereas with this one, I kind of just appreciated that we did get a definitive end to the matchup. And yeah, just seeing Tez kind of letting his emotions get the better of him, and that costing them the match essentially was cool. But I think the match itself, if you take the matches for what they were, not just the finish, but as a whole, the matches, like you said, that first match, Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, the story overall, like I felt that one more than I did this one. This one, it had a great start, with the Titans cheerleaders coming out, and then you have Tez and Dawkins with the Titans themed Street Profits gear and logo and everything. Like, that was cool. And of course, the Usos come out and they just, we're the Usos, we're the ones, and they come out and just the atmosphere was there. It was there for it. And yeah, everything felt stiff, man. Like, both of them going back and forth. Dawkins showing the athleticism, going over the top rope, lowered the straps down, just said, let's go. Right.
Big boy chest.
Another thing that I felt like wouldn't happen in Vince's WWE is big dudes being able to show the chest meat,
Put
all
the straps
that stuff.
back on.
Yeah, like cover that up. But no, he said, hey, damn this. You know what I'm saying? I'm hot. Why do you take this off? So he did the launch over the top. I'm like, yeah, show that athleticism, man. So that was cool. Like, the matchup was great. So many near fall moments that I just was like, wow, like, what is going to happen? So it was great. And then Montez with that beautiful frog splash. But then the pain, like in classic RVD fashion, it was like, yeah, when you do that frog splash,
comes at a price.
Right. So, and that's great storytelling too.
It was.
Not only were his emotions getting the best of him, but like sometimes his athleticism too gets the best of him too, because he puts his body at risk, and that doesn't always lead to victories. So if you did want to create some animosity between the Street Profits, there's some stuff there that Angelo could use to say, hey man, one, why the hell were you yelling at Jeff Jarrett? Like, he didn't do nothing. Like, that was you. You didn't put him away. And two, all this stuff that you're doing, jumping off the top, doing this crazy frog splash or jumping over the ropes. Unnecessary. All that is costing us matches, man. We ain't winning because you keep getting yourself hurt. Stop
We
it.
ain't on the same page, bro. We ain't on the same page.
Right, exactly. So he's got something there. There's a story there if they wanted to tell it, to be able to say why they would have issues with
Could happen Monday Night Raw. We'll see.
It could, man.
Dawkins would be feeling himself like, man, because the way he was looking extra salty sitting in that ring while the ones, Usos, celebrating. Jay like,
yep. Let them know we still the ones.
Man, yep, still the ones. Y'all the twos, and we the ones.
Yeah, man.
I actually thought Jeff Jarrett would get involved because I thought he had a receipt for the Usos, bro, because he sold shit out of that super kick on SmackDown.
He did. That was which props to Jeff Jarrett, man, selling that like that, man. That was perfect. I jumped out my seat when I saw that.
I was like, shit.
Damn,
I was like, even Usos like, oh, damn.
Right.
Ooh.
Everybody stopped. That was what made it perfect, too. It's like, like, damn.
Right.
Knocked the fuck out. No one can believe it. He's like, I'm sorry, Oops. I'm sorry. Like, he just kept apologizing because he knows I just super kicked the referee for our championship match. What the fuck?
Jarrett
so like
shit out of it. He was like, he did like a headstand. He was like, straight up, fell right back down. I was like, damn.
Props to Jeff. That was great selling. Maybe some of the best selling he's ever done, even in his prime. Like, honestly, that was good. That was real good. So yeah, man. So solid matchup overall, man. Really enjoyed it. But yeah, it did not live up to the last matchup that they had. Maybe this isn't over, but it also could be over in the fact that the Street Profits could end up splitting up off of this because the groundwork is there for that story. So we'll see. All right, we're getting close to the end there. Real quick though, Marseille Mansoir, they had a segment.
Oh my God!
I don't want to skip over this because I know you enjoy. You
loved it.
Loved it. Maximum male models. So go for it, man. Like, go ahead and compensate.
Oh my God! I'm glad you brought this up. So we get to this. I'm thinking this commercial. But then you see Marseille and Mansoir. They're taking photos. They go to break. They go to commercial, or not break, not commercial break. They go to break, and he's like, Mansoir, I'm parched. And Basay was like, yes, I'm thirsty. And Maxine, she was like, can we get some water for these two? Can we get some water for these two models? And they just go in this crazy commercial, and you see they drinking water, and you see Mansay and Mansois just drenched in water, pouring water on their body, drinking water. It don't make a lick of sense, but it's all a water commercial, and it ends with Max Dupree promoting the water, pure water. Yes. Fuck them dirt sheets.
Oh man. Well, was he on SmackDown as well? Because actually, I think he was a part of their
SmackDown too. Yep.
Yeah. So he's not completely gone from this group, this faction. It is what it is. When I saw it, I said, "Oh damn! I know Devin's loving this right now.
Loving it.
Like I just knew it. I just knew it." For me, it's like whatever. It happened. I'm not bought into this necessarily. You know what's funny? The way that you feel about Hook is how I feel about this. I think that's the funny thing about it. Which I think there's a lot of people out there listening and watching will be like, "How can you even compare the two?" But I think for our show, it's very legit. Like,
it makes sense.
Not sold on Hook at all. Whereas I'm all in. Hook, yes. The what do they even call him? The good-looking assassin thing, whatever.
Yeah,
that dude is awesome, and now he's FTW champ. Perfect.
Fairy Tale World Champ.
Perfect.
Great.
For this, I don't care because it makes perfect sense. That's his daddy's championship. That's his daddy's Fairy Tale World Championship. So he reclaimed the Fairy Tale World Championship for the family. I accept it. I'm all in. Hook. That's the one AEW reference for today.
Yeah, leave that alone.
Oh man, but yeah, maximum male models. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Now they are complete. You got a faction. Let's go. Triple H.
Another faction. I mean, it's another faction. So now, and I will say this. The one thing I will say is that under Vince, I don't know what really happens here with this group, but I feel like with Triple H, they may actually try to make them a legit faction versus this just being pure comedy and, eventually just do nothing and they disappear and they're off television. I think they have more of a chance to make it with Triple H as far as maybe, even though right now they're kind of doing this whole comedy thing and it's a little bit goofy, to eventually try to turn them into something like there's a group in NXT UK, pretty deadly.
Deadly.
Is yes, similar.
Boy. Yeah. Yes, boy.
It's like, they're these preppy guys, long, luscious hair, and it's just like, yeah, look at me, or look at us, we're gorgeous. Stuff like that, but then they get in the ring and it's like, oh shit, like these dudes can fucking go.
They can go. Yeah.
So I think with Triple H, the wrestling side of it has a better chance of getting emphasized with this group. With Vince, it would have been more about the personality and the character and just being funny and entertaining and outlandish. I think you might get a merge of the two with Triple H. Yeah, yes. More of a balance with Triple H. I think they have a better chance there.
I definitely look forward to that. That's a great point. Especially right now in this Triple H era, I'm excited for tag teams. Because in NXT, he cared about tag teams.
Boy, oh man, this is a great time. This is a great time. Tag team wrestling, women's wrestling.
Yes.
All of that for WWE right now is about to level up. It's about to level up. And just storytelling in general, like the chaos that we've been feeling already is just been just epic.
It'll be insane.
Oh man. And then too, we had actually, this is going on my screen right now, Drew McIntyre showed up to kind of just hype up the match he's gonna have at Clash of the Castle. And I thought that was cool. I wasn't expecting to see him, but it was cool, like, bring him out, try to sell that pay-per-view a little bit. The crowd was into him, just the energy that he had, it was awesome, it was fun. So, and it was funny.
Scripted.
Well, it wasn't scripted. So, and at first I thought he messed up because he said this crowd is about to see Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns for the first time. I thought he meant to say the last time, so I'm like, oh no, Drew, no, you meant the last time. But then he starts smiling. I'm like, oh, I see what you're doing. He's like, I mean, at SummerSlam in Nashville, in front of what's your name, Cody. Colt. No, it's Colt. In front of Colt. And then the crowd starts chanting, Colt. So that whole moment was cool. But yeah, him just kind of poking fun at the fact that we've seen this a million times. This matchup is going on and on and on. And he's going to be the guy to take the championship back from these two part-timers, whoever it is that ends up, winning this matchup. So I thought it was a good build-up to build up that excitement and interest into Clash of the Castle. So that was cool. All right. So moving on into the Women's SmackDown Championship matchup. Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey. All right. So this matchup here, I really did enjoy. I did enjoy the matchup. I enjoyed it from the fact that, yes, I did, because I think more so for the way it ended than anything else. But one, I would say it was I think they were trying to be realistic with the fact that Ronda is this MMA, just destroyer, just this skilled warrior.
Yeah.
And she's going against Liv, who has heart. She loves this, but as far as fighting and wrestling, might not be up to the level of a Ronda. So, they're trying to tell the story of she's overcoming a huge obstacle in going, and trying to level up in an actual one-on-one matchup like this with her. Yeah. So that story was interesting to me because they could have just went, hey, they're two even competitors. They're both, on the same level. But are they though? As much as I love Liv and I'm happy to see Liv in this situation, I also feel like it's a smart idea to continue to try to build Liv up and have her learn how to stay a champion through this feud with Ronda. So with this, basically, it's like, hey, she's getting dominated. She's getting destroyed. Like, how do you survive? What do you do? Do you use heel tactics to try to keep your championship? Do you lie, cheat, and steal like an Eddie Guerrero and try to, find a way just to survive somehow, some way? So I'm like, this is going to be interesting. Like, how are they going to have Liv win this matchup? And then you see the shenanigans that happen with the submission. And it's so funny, too, because I watched UFC earlier on in the night. And I didn't even talk about that, too, before we start, because we talked about that, but I don't think I talked about it here.
No.
Yeah. But my viewing experience of SummerSlam was I saw the latest UFC pay-per-view after I got home from work. And I stayed up and watched that till like 12 midnight. And then I'm like, well, I'm about to do a show tomorrow for the Clarkson Wrestling Podcast. So I got to watch this pay-per-view like ASAP because the next day we're doing a show. So I'm like, all right. So I stayed up. So from 12 to about 3:30 in the morning, I was up watching SummerSlam just to make sure that we can do this show and just bring this out to you guys. So funny enough, when I was watching Ronda do the armbar, and I just saw UFC, I'm like, oh my God, like I'm thinking of real arm bars. I'm thinking like she really could snap her arm off or whatever. And I felt it. I felt very engaged, invested in what was happening and fearful that, Liv is gonna lose. Like they're gonna make her lose, or she's gonna have to find a way to cheat or do something. So then you have the shenanigans where during the submission, Ronda's shoulders are pinned to the mat, and then they count the three. But on the replay,
2, tap, 3,
right? You see Liv actually tap before the 3 count. And Ronda sees this on the Tron, and she is livid. Are you kidding me? I should be champion. And then she grabs Liv, and she just does the arm drag again and puts her in the arm bar. And then she's screaming.
This is an arm bar.
This is an arm bar. See, this is what happened. This is tapping. I was like, oh my God. And then she grabbed the ref, and she did the same thing to him.
She was straight tripping, bro.
So she turned heel. Ronda turned heel. I think it's perfect for
Yeah.
her to be a heel right now. Her personality, I think will fit a heel character going forward just because she feels frustrated. Like that one dude who told her to shut up on SmackDown.
Shut up! You shut up! Your mom failed you.
I was like, what the fuck?
Pat McAfee was like, ah!
Right, dude.
Yeah. That was
She just buried a guy in the front row. I was like, yes. Ronda, yes, I loved it. That crowd was like,
and I could tell Ronda enjoyed that. Like, she felt good delivering that. Because that was just like a rapid fire. Like, where you at? You shut up. Your mom failed you. I was like, shit.
Failed you. What? Yes. Yes, Ronda. Let it out. The dark side. Let the dark side out. Yes. Feel that dark side energy, Ronda. I loved it. I think this is what she needs. She needs to just be able to cut loose because she's hearing the boos and she don't like it. But let her talk shit. Let her go at the crowd. Let her be that heel. I think that'll fit. And now you got this dynamic where, because we say it here all the time, it's okay if you have two faces going against each other. That's fine. But we have a face and a heel. Like going at, that's a different type of story that just, it's classic and it makes sense. You can get more invested. So I actually enjoyed this from the perspective that I just said, where the story they tried to tell felt realistic and that Liv is really having to overcome the odds against this former UFC champion, just beast of a woman, and Ronda Rousey gets this fluke win, and then Ronda loses her mind when she figures out not only is it a fluke, she actually tapped her out before the pin. This inept referee fucked her over.
He was like, "What? I saw. I looked at it.
Yeah, I looked at it.
What the dirty? What are you talking about?"
Like, no, idiot. Look at the Tron. Look. Oh, see, this is her tap.
Oh man. I'm you know what? I'm actually surprised that you had a positive experience with this match.
Yeah.
I love the post match, but within the match, I thought this was the worst match on the card. It felt disjointed to me because I felt like they were trying to tell two stories, but they end up just only executing one, which was the heel turn by Ronda. Yeah, so I felt they was trying to tell a story of Liv trying to overcome, but it just felt like some of the wrestling was just a bit sloppy. Not from even Liv. I put that mostly on Ronda. I felt it felt just sloppy. Like she was just a little sloppy with her spot. So, to me it didn't gel well. But the post match, I enjoyed that 100%. Her just showing a different attitude, her tripping on Liv, getting on the ref. I enjoyed all of that. And then Liv just like, they zoom in on Liv and she's smiling with the title.
I love that.
I was like, yeah. I like that. She was like, she glad she got it. She was
got
like,
him. Yeah. Dude, I feel like they're finding the bits of the story now. Because with Liv, it's like, you just fight to survive, whatever it takes. As long as you get the win, that's all that matters. Survive. Like her taking a little bit from Eddie Guerrero and finding a way to lie, cheat, and steal her way to retaining this championship against Ronda specifically. I think that storyline works here. Now, as she goes on and she faces other people, she should level up and not need to do that all the time. But in this situation, it was perfect. And that smile at the end, it was like, yeah, okay. Like she gets it. She's like, I won. Fuck it.
Right.
Like,
win's a win.
A win is a win. Like, love it. Love it. And she should rub it in her face too on SmackDown. Like, hey, win is a win. Wow. I love it. You couldn't take it. I beat you twice now, Ronda. I am 2-0 against you.
That would be spicy. I did love the lead up in the Friday Night SmackDown when they had the tag team.
Yeah.
With Liv and Ronda.
She didn't want to tag her.
Hey, that story was so on point. Just Liv wanting to prove a point. Like, no, I ain't tagging. And Ronda had to like force her to tag so she can get in and win. So I thought that was a great lead up to SummerSlam, bro.
Yeah. Now, I will say what I'm really looking forward to now, though, is as much as I enjoyed this and I thought it was great, and I hear what you're saying about it being the worst on the card, but for me, the story that I picked up on, it just was entertaining for me. But the next thing for Liv that I'm really looking forward to is Charlotte Flair returning, because her and Charlotte, all they need to do is go back to that one matchup where Shane McMahon pulled all of them out and Liv challenged Charlotte. Charlotte beat her, and Liv said, "The next time you see me is gonna be real."
Real.
And then nothing happened for all that time. But fast forward, and she's now champion. For Charlotte to see Liv as champion, just that interaction, I need it. Like,
think she then Charlotte going to get the title. Then Charlotte's getting the title. I don't bet against Charlotte no more. I'm not doing that. If we get a match, Charlotte versus Liv Morgan, it is Charlotte. I'm telling you.
Hey, I'm not making a prediction on that. I'm just saying I need the interaction. I need the story. I need the interaction. I need Charlotte to look at her and be like, this bitch. Like, really?
You playing with the devil now.
Really? Yeah. And then for Liv to be like, yeah, I told you it was about to be real the next time I saw you. And look at me now. Look at me now. Yeah, it took a little time, but I'm here. And I got the title. And what you got, Queen? Like, I want to see that. Just give me that interaction. I need it. It's just a story. It's just a great payoff. Like, finally, because they should have done this earlier, honestly. When Liv left, we should have gotten to this point. Like, this should have been the whole build-up of her leading into becoming champion and then coming back to Charlotte full circle and saying, I told you what I was going to do. So
Queen coming back, though. You know, they get a little package video.
I can't wait. I miss Charlotte. I do.
I do too. I'll be real.
Charlotte.
Why they hating on Charlotte, man? It's because she's just so good.
Because she's great. Because I mean, that's. I feel like
Bishop, because she's so good. Bishop.
That is a part of it. Honestly, think that's just a part of the culture, really, of sports in general, where when somebody gets great, then you get the haters. It just happens.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, we lived through it with the Bulls and back in the day.
Michael
like
Jordan.
If you weren't, I mean, I would say Jordan was really popular, but I'm sure there were a lot of people that were hating on the Bulls. Tom Brady gets it right now. A lot of people hate on him. Like the Yankees every year. People are like, oh, the fucking Yankees, they're gonna buy a World Series. Like it's just always whoever's on top. We kind of shoot our shots there's shots fired at them because it's like, this team again. The Golden State Warriors, they get it all the time. Like, Steph Curry gonna win another championship. Great, whoop-de-doo. You know what I'm saying? But the way I look at it, because I'm not gonna lie, I've been on that side of it where I'm just like, oh man, I fucking hate this. But I'm starting to I don't know, maybe it's just getting older, but just appreciating greatness while I'm in the era versus when it's too late, like when they're gone. So like an example, Kobe. Like Kobe, during his time, I fucking hated Kobe.
Same here, bro.
I just hated him until the very end of his career. I started to come around to just appreciating him, and I'm like, he's only got a couple seasons left, and I'm looking at him, I'm like, this man was great. He did a lot of great stuff. And so now I look at him, I'm like, dude, I wish I would have appreciated his skills and everything he brought to the game of basketball then more so, and so for me, it's like, I look at some of these great teams and some of these great players, and I say, for all the, hating, why not just try to embrace and just appreciate the great, like Tom Brady right now. Who knows how many years this man has left? But we ain't never seen anything like this before, and we may never see it again. So it's just one of those things. Like, just appreciate what he's doing and the fact that we are living in an era where this guy that's doing all this exists. Yes, there's the controversy around, deflated footballs and all of that, but take that with the grain of salt. The fact of it is, the man has won. He just has a way of, getting the ball into the end zone, getting the ball to the right people, and not having much help when he was doing it. So, and all of them could do the same thing if they really wanted to. So I'm not going to hate too much on them, on him. But for Charlotte, bringing it back to her, I feel like especially in her situation, and I don't think Roman Reigns is really getting this, but for Charlotte, you feel that like, oh, people are just kind of tired of Charlotte and hating on Charlotte and not really appreciating how great she is. Like, she can do anything in the ring. She is great on the microphone. She is the total package. You can't touch her. She is just phenomenal in all aspects of wrestling. And when she's gone, we will miss her because she is not easily replaceable. As great as, like Bianca and Becky and Bayley are, they're different. You know what I'm saying? They have their own thing, and Charlotte is just this special just version of greatness that I just feel like you can't replace it. The closest thing would be Bianca, because I feel like Bianca can do anything in the ring as well. Yeah. But it's just, they're two different people that bring two different types of greatness. Charlotte with even the entrance coming out and she's like, I'm the queen. And it's just like this presence of your
presentation.
Yeah. Just the
nice
everything.
Robes she have on.
Yeah. Very, Ric Flair, established that, and she has taken that and made it her own thing, but I don't know. I just feel like instead you almost have to ask yourself why? Why do you not like Charlotte Flair? What is it about her that you actually don't like? Is it the fact that she's great? That doesn't make any sense.
Too many championships. She had too many championships.
But ask yourself, has she earned those opportunities by just being the best? Because if that's the case, if she's the best and you just don't want her to be rewarded for being the best, that doesn't make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's just the way I look at it. If you're the best, then you deserve to be at the top, period. It wouldn't make sense, because then if it's the other way around, if she's the best and she's being held down, then we're all complaining why don't they get opportunities? So the way it should be is, if you are performing at the top level of everybody in your division, if you are doing things no one else can do and you are consistent with that, you should be rewarded, period. That's just the way it should be. So for me, that's how I look at Charlotte, and I'm giving her flowers right now. She wasn't even on this card, but I'm giving her flowers.
I like it. It is decided. Don't hate, appreciate.
Yes. Perfect. With that said, that does bring us to the main event. It's that time.
But hold on. We did have a little skirmish between Riddle and the Visionary. Go, your man. Seth freaking Rollins. He's calling your boy out.
Yes. So thank you for bringing that up. Just gives me an opportunity to just, have some fun with the Seth Rollins chant and all that. Seth Rollins, that's my guy. So Riddle, awesome, comes out after, what the hell was Kid Rock doing, by the way? Dude. Because that was what happened right before that.
That was random. That was random as hell.
Kid Rock, we're not even going to go into detail. Just, if you didn't see it,
leave it alone.
You don't need to see it.
Leave it alone.
You don't need to see
I'm a heel. I want to. For the sake of this episode, for the sake of not getting demonetized, I'm going to leave it alone.
We're going to leave that alone. But Riddle comes and jumps in the ring and saying, hey, I'm not medically cleared. They won't let me compete tonight, but damn it, I don't care. Seth Rollins, get your ass out here now. Seth Rollins hears this, huh? Okay, play my damn music. Start playing his music. Crowd chanting, Oh. Yes. Yes. I need it. Yes.
Yeah. We're going to do this right. Tribal Chief Day.
Yes. Da, 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 da. Oh.
This when he start running. This is the part right here.
Yeah, he starts sprinting like the dude from Get Out.
He was gone the minute the music started breaking down. He was like,
that was this full sprint. I'm about to kill this man. Goes down there. Riddle gets a couple shots, a couple body kicks. They get in the ring. Seth Rollins gets the advantage. Curb stomps his head clean off. And then just relishes in it. He's over here feeling himself to the crowd. He's from his ears. Let me hear you. Let me hear you. And they're chanting. They're loving it. He's loving it. Dude, he's so over right now. He could do anything. He's set. He's set. Seth Rollins is set. Amazing. Dude, I don't know. Did we talk about that moment too with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns? Just that brief moment when they walked past each other?
No, we did not. No, we did not, sir.
Just real quick. I don't think that wasn't this SmackDown. That was it
was Monday Night Raw.
That was Monday Night Raw, yes. So on Monday Night Raw, they had a moment after the 6-man tag match. Tribal Chief was leaving. Seth Rollins' music hits. He starts coming down, and they pause and they look at each other. And Seth is laughing. He's like, "Bye bye," and he leaves and he walks past him. But for me, I
felt this ominous dark shadow.
Yeah,
when I was like, I don't like this feeling.
Yeah, I love
Tribal Chief. I'm like, I don't like this.
Let him know. Don't forget me.
I couldn't shake that. I was trying to shake it, and I couldn't shake it. I was like, I don't like that.
He gets emotional when it comes to Seth. Tribal Chief gets emotional when it comes to Seth. He's in his head still.
I was like, woo.
Oh, man. So that was a moment. So that was great. That was great. But yeah, Seth just can do no wrong. Riddle, I hope that, he heals quickly from whatever he's dealing with, because that sucks that he wasn't able to have this match. And then you got Randy Orton too, that's been out.
Sure, it's not a work injury, because he took a bump.
No, I know he took a lot, but why would they cancel the match? Like that just seemed, maybe they thought it was running a little long.
Prolong it.
Maybe
Clash at the castle.
It felt they hopefully they get to do it. I'm hoping it's a work. If the injury is a work, great, because I don't want anybody to get hurt. So hopefully they're just using that for story. If it's not, and he really is injured, and they're trying to just put him out for in a way and do this, then it is what it is. But I hope it's a work. I hope we get it at Clash the Castle, and that'll be a great match for that crowd out there. And they are definitely going to chant at that crowd. Oh my God. Oh man, dude. Can't wait. That show is going to be amazing. All right. Now it's that time. The main event. Let's fucking go.
Tribal Chief Day.
Last man standing. We have Brock Lesnar versus the reigning, defending, undisputed Universal Champion, the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, the one, Roman Reigns.
Tribal Chief Day. We the ones, baby. Ooh, you let Brock Lesnar know not to fuck with you no more. It is decided.
It's your time, man. Take it from here. Go for it.
Bro. First of all, yes, this match was 20 times better than that WrestleMania match.
There you go.
Yes, 20 times, 50 times, 60 times. It was different. It was violent. It was shit I ain't never seen before in my fucking life.
What the fuck?
I have a memory burned into my brain now of a certain. Yes, I will never forget that. I can forget this summer. This whole SummerSlam, pay-per-view or live event,
whatever.
But that moment right there, I'll never forget. No. You kick it off.
Saturday.
Tribal Chief, he comes out.
Took his time.
Takes 10 to 12 minutes to get to
and I'll say real quick, too, just for context. So I'm watching this. It's like late, around 2:40 something, almost 3 a.m. And I'm looking, like, how much time is left in this show? Because, I'm just curious. And so I'm like, this looks like it's another 30, 40 minutes left. I'm like, this is going to be a long-ass match. But then I realized, they got this long entranceway, and you got the Tribal Chief. He was going to take his sweet-ass time to get to the ring. And sure enough, he did not disappoint. Even the pose, the initial pose that they all do when they all raise their championship, he took his time. Paul Heyman handed him that championship, and he looked at it for a solid 3 minutes. I just looked at it. And then he slowly raised it up.
Yep.
And then let the pyro go. Oh man, it was great. It was what it was supposed to be. The floor is yours.
It was a main event worthy entrance for the head of the table, the Tribal Chief. And of course, Brock Lesnar. Big ass country boy. Who decided to do some real cowboy shit.
Yeah, he did.
This man popped up in a big ass tractor. Yes, I said it. A farming tractor. He first came out. He took about maybe 5 to 10 steps. And he was like, all of a sudden you made a left. I'm like, what the fuck? And you just see this gigantic tractor.
Like, where do they
and
hide
he
this
drives it to the ring. Making the turns. Like, oh, what's up? Driving it. Lifts up the little load thing all the way up, climbs up. And he's standing right there. And Mike Rome is getting ready to announce them. He was like, nah.
Shut up.
He announced, right. Shut up. He's like, big ass country boy. He's going to whoop ass. I was like, oh man. It's like Brock Lesnar. Just gave him hell of a intro, man. Loved it. Tribal Chief, they go through who's the entrance. Oh, hold on.
I was going to say, you better not forget this.
No, hell no. I was like, hold on.
You almost fucked up. Go ahead.
I almost fucked up.
It's a big
I caught myself up. Right. So Brock, after he delivers and, announces himself, he throws and chucks the microphone to the Tribal Chief. The Tribal Chief just nonchalant, just embodied the Mr. Perfect energy.
He was in God mode.
Yes, and grabbed it and winked at him too. Because they had I saw the different angles. I saw a further away angle, and then finally they posted this up close angle. And the up close angle was everything. When you see him, he just catch the microphone, and he caught it cool because he winked at him at the end.
Yeah. I don't think he ever looked at his hand at all. Nope. I think he locked eyes with Brock Lesnar the whole time. Brock flips this mic. It's not like a toss, like, here, I'm going to toss it to you. No, it was disrespectful. He was trying to say, fuck you, man. And he just flipped the mic at him from on top of this tractor. And it just does a full speed flip towards Roman Reigns. And Roman Reigns just smoothly just has his hand out, and it falls right in his hand, and he catches it. And then he's still looking at Brock, and then he winks at him. And I'm just like, really?
I love you too.
God mode, right? God mode. What's so crazy about this is when I saw it live, I didn't even realize it. I didn't realize what had happened. All I saw was, Brock, he did the intro, and then he threw the microphone. I didn't catch that Roman caught it. And then afterwards, I'm seeing it. I'm like, get the fuck. Really? Just this dude just can do no wrong right now. Like Roman Reigns just can't do any wrong. Amazing.
In God mode.
He's in God mode, man. Greatness on the.
So Mike Rome is getting ready to announce some Tribal Chief, Unified, Universal Champion. He got the titles up. Then all of a sudden he turns his back. He's getting ready to give the title to the Tribal Chief.
My goodness.
Brock was like, hell no. Hi-ya! Jumped off, beating his ass. Bow, 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 bow. Toss him over the ring. I'm like, oh, shit. And it's just a madhouse from that point, man. He's just suplexing my Tribal Chief, took him outside of the ring into the crowd on another platform, another suplex on that. I'm like, shit. Yeah, I gotta admit, he whooped the Tribal Chief's ass. He whipped him good. He's gonna earn this ass whooping. If it's the last fight, you're gonna earn his ass whooping. And he did. He just kept on getting up. I love some of the spots. I think one of my favorite ones was when Roman, he was going for the guillotine. So he had him in the guillotine. Yeah. All right. I'm like, oh, okay. He wasn't able to do that last match, but he got him in there. He clutching. All of a sudden, 3 seconds later, whoop, 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 whoop. I'm like, bro, what the fuck?
What
and I'm worried.
Happened?
I am worried.
I got you.
Yeah. I was worried. I was concerned. And then when the ref was like, he's out. Let him go. And Brock was like, bro.
Is this over?
Yeah, that's what I said. I was like, oh my God. My Tribal Chief, get up. Then he get to about 6, and then he starts moving a little bit. Like right at 9, he's finally on his feet, but he's barely on his feet. Even
Corey Graves was like, I don't even know if that counts. Like, does that count? Because he was barely on his feet, like sitting on the ropes. Like,
yes. Some of the table spots was nasty, man. We got blood. We got actual blood. No blading. No blading was necessary. Just seeing the blood on the back from the cut up, getting smashed on the table. Brock was like, it was like a little busted up table. And then he took the Tribal Chief and slammed it on that. I was like, bro, what the fuck?
Chucking his hand in his hand. He just said, it's like, what the fuck? This dude. Oh my God.
He was whooping my Tribal Chief's ass up and down the ring, around the ring, all over. All right. And then we get we get to the outside. No, we don't get to the outside. Oh yeah, we do get to the outside. And you see Brock. He goes around, he's getting on his tractor. All right. And then he's getting on the tractor like for the second time now.
Yeah.
All right. And then he puts the Tribal Chief into like a little load barrier.
Yep.
And he picks him up in the thing. It's like some garbage, man. Right. And he rolls him out back into the ring. You see the Tribal Chief just drop out. I'm like, oh, man,
what
bro.
The fuck?
Yes. And there was another concerning moment when he gave Roman the F5 right there. He came out the tractor, gave him an F5, wasn't going down. And then Brock realized this, goes outside, back to the tractor.
This is insane.
He backs it up. I'm like, what are you trying to do? I'm
what
like,
is he doing? Yeah.
So he puts like the little load thing all the way down to the floor now. And all of a sudden he rams up, accelerates, and he moves the ring. I'm like, oh shit!
What the fuck? And even you see Corey Graves. And
Cole's like, Corey, get out the way!
Right.
I was like, oh shit! He's trying to move the fucking ring, and then he backs up, and then he goes a little bit more towards the ring post. And he puts a little load barrier under the ring. All of a sudden, you see, zzz, and you just see my Tribal Chief do a backswim because he lost all his balance and he tumbles down onto the opposite side of the ring.
Fucking man I can't believe I've never seen this before. He raised the corner of the ring, and now the ring is permanently for the rest of this match just basically half of it was lifted in the air.
It was a crazy visual.
I've never seen
it. Was a crazy fucking visual. If you was to show that to a visual to a casual fan, like, hey, look at this, they'd be like, what the fuck happened?
Right. Like, what is this? It's just, it was insane. I've never seen that. The entire ring being elevated in this just bizarre angle, and Roman was in the ring when this happened. So, like you said, you just see him tumble out the ring. I'm like, what the fuck what kind of shit is this? What are we doing?
And you see Brock gets off the tractor.
Proud of himself.
Right.
Wow.
Like, yeah. Headed towards the tribal chief. You see Paul Heyman. All right, that's enough. Here's the titles. 20 years. This is my tribal chief. I love him.
I feel like this is how I feed my kids. Don't take that away from me.
Throws the titles to Brock. Brock was like, he looks at Paul, drops the titles, put them on his shoulders. F5. Not no regular F5. F5 on the table from Paul Heyman. And he was dead. He was dead. He was done. No more. No more. When he did that, Tribal Chief spears him. Bow. All right. I was like, okay, nice, cool transition. Usos finally shows up. Yep. Now, I did want it clean, but this match was crazy. I was like, dude, I'm looking, whatever. Everything's on the table.
Everything's on the table now. Yes.
Yes. So Usos shows up. Brock gives Jimmy F5 or a suplex. He gives Jay, gives him a suplex. I'm like, holy shit.
Nasty on Jay. He fell on his head.
I was like, ooh, is he okay? Because even Corey mentioned that, bro. Yeah. And you see, and all of a sudden, Tribal Chief gets the title. Oh, no, not the title. This win, Austin Theory.
Austin Theory shows up.
This one, Austin Theory shows up. He comes out.
Yeah. Because at that point, so he takes out the Usos, but then Roman gives him the spear. But Roman's still like, there's no energy, man.
Because he fell out. He stood up. He was like,
right.
Man, passed out, bro.
A-Town down. And then here he comes.
Come on with the ref in there. Come on.
Hurry your ass up. Let's go. Hurry your ass up. I'm catching it. He's like, what?
Nope.
You can't. Nah, hell no.
Not today. Not on Tribal Chief watch. Got his ass. Beat his ass with the Money in Bank briefcase. Then beat Brock's ass with the Money in briefcase. Beating his ass. Telling the ref, count his ass. Count him. Shit.
He was so frustrated. Roman was so frustrated. He's like, why won't this dude just die? Like, count his ass down.
Get up to 9. Brock right back on his feet. Crowd going nuts. They're like, yeah! Dude, they was popping for Brock every time he got back up. They was like, yeah!
I was all bought in. I'm just like invested in this. I'm doing the same thing. Like, how is he doing this? How does he keep getting up? He just keeps getting hit with everything. Roman is trying everything. The Money in the Bank. Then the WWE Championship. He hit him. He got up again.
Yep. Like, Usos did a super kick, like a double super kick.
Yeah. Then finally,
he got the Universal title.
His baby.
Yeah, he takes a good look at it.
Yep.
All right. Knocked him over. You heard the sound too. I was like, ooh.
Like, that was stiff.
that felt kind of stiff.
He's like, all right, welcome here no more. Don't you come back.
They was like, bury his ass. They get tables, they get chairs. I thought this was a hilarious moment. Jay Uso rolling Paul off the table so he can use the table to throw on Brock. That was hilarious because Paul was dead.
Oh, yeah,
Paul
he didn't move.
was dead, bro. After that F5, he wasn't moving. He wasn't.
Not
So
one inch.
Jay had to roll him off the table ever so gently too.
He took a nap. He was asleep for the rest of this match.
Oh man, it was hilarious. So they putting the table, they putting the staircase, they putting chairs, they putting pieces of the table, they putting everything.
Man,
And
yeah.
the tribal chief stands up and he puts the one up. He's like, count him. Put the one up, count to 10. It's over. And he just fell. He was just exhausted.
Done.
Just ran into his cousin's arms and he had nothing left. Like he was just, I did it.
Man. Yep. He did it. He did it.
It was a lovely last standing match. I love the post match of him celebrating. Him just, he's talking shit into the camera. He's like, yeah, that's right. He's like, champ. I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Then you see the pyro go off. Do. He got the titles up like this. Like, bro, this is my tribal chief.
God mode.
Tribal chief day. It is decided.
God mode. He's reclaimed, for me, he's reclaimed the number one spot. This match right here, he's on the rankings, on the power rankings. He has reclaimed the number one spot. This match right here, this may be one of my favorite, if not, I'm prisoner of the moment because it just happened. Yeah. But this match right here might go down as my favorite SummerSlam match of all time because this shit was crazy. I have never seen that happen with the Ring before. The whole story that these two have is on par with Stone Cold and The Rock as far as a rivalry, as far as a feud with, and I don't know, some people might say, no, blasphemy. Now, look, I lived through the Attitude Era. I know, I loved it, and I'm telling you, this right here, this is our version. This is this era's version of The Rock and Austin. And these two guys right here are just on another level. Brock Lesnar is a warrior. He is a true Viking, country boy, whatever you want to call him. He's a warrior. And I have so much respect for him and just all the work he did in this match. And Roman Reigns, the tribal chief, the story he was telling, the intensity he had, just I'm watching him right now beat the shit out of Brock Lesnar with that briefcase. And after he did, he looked at him, count his ass. Dude, I mean, like,
even Michael Cole, he was like, count faster, ref.
Even Michael, it was perfect. It was perfect. Count faster. I said, wow, this is just, yeah. It's definitely for me going to go down as one of my favorites of all time. Right now in this moment, there's not one that stands out as like, oh, I definitely put this over that. No, like this right here, it was special. It was special. You know, this is similar to when, now it's funny because John Cena and Randy Orton, they had I think it was a Iron Man match to end their feud. Now they did fight again, even though they said that was going to be the last one, but it was very similar in that it was chaotic. Randy Orton tried to kill John Cena. He went to the basically where they set off all the pyro, and he's looking at all the buttons, and he's telling the guy, tell me which one sets that one off. And the dude's like, no. And he just starts smashing all of them, and it just explodes. And I said, are you crazy? Randy, what did you just do? Like, moments like that where I forget that, you know, it's a show, it's a story, and I'm just invested, and I'm all in like that. That is special. That's what I'm talking about, where these guys really got me to where I lost myself in the fun of this match. It felt real to me, and I just enjoyed the hell out of it. So, bravo. This is A+, one of the greatest of all time matches ever that I've seen. It just in my life, period. Just unbelievable. I'm glad I was able to see this. What a match. What a show overall. But this match right here, This was everything.
This right here.
Match of the night, a match of the year candidate for me. Dude,
say that again.
Match of the year candidate. Yes. This right here was special. It was special.
It was. This is what I wanted. It was like my crescendo almost. This is it's like I was supposed to get this WrestleMania, but instead I got it for SummerSlam. Cool. Tribal Chief Day. Let's go. Man.
Yeah, man. So with that said, grades. How do you grade Summers? I'll go first. For me, I'm gonna give it an A. I'm gonna give it just a solid A. I feel like I had so much fun with this card. Even some of the matches that you could say, for instance, the Judgment Day and the Mysterios, it was still entertaining. Edge came back, didn't really, hit the mark for me, but it was still entertaining overall.
Right.
And Liv Morgan, Ronda Rousey, I know a lot of people are gonna be like, like you said, probably the lowest in terms of the matches that they thought were the best. This would be the worst one, but for me, I enjoyed it. And the story that I took from it just was great. It was fun. Like, I just truly enjoyed it, and I see for the future where they're going with it. So I'm with it. But then go away from those two, and you look at, Logan Paul with this crazy performance that he had with The Miz. What? Like, Bianca and Becky's match starting it off, and then you have Bayley with Dakota Kai and Io Sky show up. Becky Lynch is a face. What is happening? Dude, just hit after hit. Pat McAfee and Happy Corbin knocking it out the park, having a great matchup. The Usos and the Street Profits having a great tag team matchup. Yeah, it wasn't Money in the Bank, but it was a great damn tag team matchup. And Jeff Jarrett did a great job too. Just overall, just all these matches. Bobby Lashley, in theory, was what it was, but Bobby Lashley
still a fun match.
It was fun. 4 minutes and 45 seconds. They gave us a fun match. So I enjoyed the hell out of that too. And end it with this.
A banger.
Oh my God. Roman and Brock, last man standing. Wow. That match was just wow. Just give them all the stars. All the stars that you can. Meltzer, don't you dare disrespect this. I don't even listen to Meltzer, so I don't know what I'm talking about. Right. I don't even care.
Fuck the dirt sheets.
Right. But this match here was just everything that I wanted from this. It just blew me away. It gave me stuff I didn't even know I wanted. I didn't know I wanted to see a moment where a tractor raised up a wrestling ring and
play a big part of this wrestling match.
I did not. I was like, at first I'm like, a tractor? What is Brock? You on one, man? What are you doing? And then it's there the whole match. I'm like, why is it there the whole match? Like, what's going on? How come someone hasn't driven this thing off the set so that we could just get that out the way? Nah, they said we got plans for this, and it was something else, man. Raising up the ring, doing that visual will never leave my brain. Never.
Shout out to Paul for selling that F5, bro. I'm just cracking up because he's still out cold. Getting hit with all the titles, and he's just laying out like, just not moving, bro.
Oh, my God.
He's rolling Paul Heyman off the table.
Dude,
so they can lift the announce table, and he's still like right by Corey. And you just see him just sleep.
That man was
asleep.
Yes.
Oh my God, what a crazy visual
match. What a crazy match. There were so many times. I swear, there were so many of those moments at the end with Roman where he, did the spear to Brock, where he hit him with the championship. I thought, oh, this is done. Like, Brock's going to stay down. And when he just kept getting up, I was just like, I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen right now. This is unbelievable.
Like, damn it. What you got to do?
There was one part that was perfect where I think he did the spear to Brock on both of the championships. Like, Brock was laying on the championships.
Like the back of his head.
Yeah. I said that visual, I thought, okay. And I don't think that was on purpose. I think that it just happened to be that they were laying there. But I'm like, oh my God, that's so perfect. It's gonna end here. And then Brock got up. I said, what? This amazing. And just I'll bring it back to this being the beginning of the Triple H era, the post Vince era of WWE. Stephanie,
it has begun.
Yes. The triangle offense of Stephanie, Nick Khan, and Triple H is on to a beautiful start.
Triangle offense.
Hey. Oh, that's what I give it, man. Where are you at with this?
Same, bro. I was gonna give it an A as well, man. I enjoyed the hell out of this SummerSlam. Enjoyed it. That fucking match of the night was the last man standing match. They did not disappoint. Yeah. I ain't seen some shit I ain't never seen before. Like, I have never seen a tractor just lift up a ring, and just seeing that visual, seeing pictures of that. Crazy. You see Roman just tumbling down like, oh, dude, shit, this is real. This just happened. Brock is not fucking around. Usos, help. Your cousin, bro. I will allow this. Bro, fuck all this.
Out here easy. Right. This is getting out of hand. Oh man, yes.
Yeah. But the whole card, like I said, it was fun. Bianca and Belair and Becky killed it. Logan Paul and The Miz had a super clean wrestling match, super clean. So shout out to The Miz making Logan Paul look good. Bobby Lashley, what they had to do within a short amount of time, still fun. All right, yep. Mysterios Judgment Day, yeah, it is what it was. Edge, Edge came back cool. He got lightnings on his pants. See what that means, okay? Find out on Monday. Yeah, all right, find out on Monday Night Raw what that lightning on the pants is all about.
Explain.
All right.
What the hell does that mean?
This is DC 52. You the Flash or something? What's
right. Got Undertaker's powers? You going
powers of the darkness.
Right.
Oh man, Pat McAfee, Corbin killed it. Yeah. Killed it. If it's a one and done, so be it. But if they want to rematch, Clash at the Castle,
I'm here for it.
Man,
I can do that. That's
give
fine.
me that.
Yeah.
Give me that. Crowd gonna go nuts for that, bro. That's just perfect. Perfect killing face scenario for that type of crowd. Usos, the Street Profits, we the ones. They had a solid match. I love the story that was told, but like I said, it wasn't as strong as the 3-chapter story that gave us the Money in the Bank, but still, from what the Street Profits and Montez Ford had to go through, I like that aspect. Liv Morgan and Ronda. Match was blah, but the post-match is what I enjoyed. Love the heel turn from Ronda. She's embracing the dark energy. All right, she is the heel now in this story going forward, so it should be entertaining. But I must end with the Tribal Chief. We the ones who gave an awesome match of the night, match of the year candidate, something I will remember years to come. Another match I remember years to come. Yep. First time is the reason why I got this shirt, because you made me cry. This time you had me concerned. I was worried. Concerned for your safety out there today. Yesterday, it got real. It was stressful, but I made it through. Tribal Chief Day. Let's go. We the ones.
Yeah. Man, perfect synopsis there. Perfect just summary right there. And I feel like we just cap it right there. Tribal Chief Day. Said it. There you go. We the ones. Great SummerSlam. Woo! I can't wait for Raw. I'm excited. This is even recapping right now and reliving it. I'm just like, oh man, just what a show, what a premium live event. And let's just go. We're on the road to Clash at the Castle. So let's see that too. All right. So that's gonna do it for that. But before we go, as always, Devin,
yes,
Tribal Chief of the Clark Street Wrestling Podcast on Tribal Chief Day.
Tell
the people where they can catch us.
Yes, on Tribal Chief Day, I most certainly will. You can find us on all the various social platforms. First, shout out to our Facebook group, Clark Street Wrestling Community. Shout out to Christian, Christopher, Dom, Wendy, Pete. Trying to see Pepsi Phil. Trying to remember who was all in there. I said Bruce, right? I said Bruce.
Yeah.
Right. Christopher. He didn't mention about the percentage for Becky. So that manhandle slam we got he said 37%.
Ooh.
I put 33%. I said it was over 30. So that's what we see eye to eye on that. Because she pulled Bianca's hair, bow, Becky, and then I was like, ooh, 33 in the third.
I'm gonna give her 51%.
51.5%.
I liked it. I'm gonna give her some respect. I'm really happy with Becky right now because the respect that she gave. So we've come full circle because this all started at SummerSlam, and it pissed me off how she beat Bianca with that 25% power version.
Yeah.
So I
remember when you first mentioned that.
I was
that weak ass 25% rock bottom.
25% power. You beat Bianca with that shit? Hell no. So with this one, I'm gonna give her credit. I'm gonna add on another 25% on top of that one. I'll give her another 1% because it's Tribal Chief Day. So one more percent.
There we go. I love it.
51%.
There we go. Yes, Tribal Chief Day. Shout out to Becky for doubling her power. We came full circle. Started at 25, ended at 50.1%.
I'm saying, well, okay, we can go with 54. I said 51, but we'll go.
51? I said 51. 51. 51.
Fair.
All right. All right. You can find us on TikTok.
TikTok.
Yes, on the TikTok, and of course on Twitter as well, and all those social platforms, all those social medias that I named. You can find it on the One Stop and Shop Clark Street website, clarkstreetwrestling.com. ST for the abbreviation, where we have all your podcasting audio needs and video as well. And I can't forget about the lovely merch, like our tanks.
Damn merch.
Yes, t-shirts and beach towels. It's summertime. Don't burn your ass on that hot ass sand. Protect your ass. Do it. Get your beach towels. ClarkStreetWrestling.com/store for your pleasure. It is decided on Tribal Chief Day.
Yes. One thing I'm gonna mention, because a buddy of mine at work brought this up too. He said, with Triple H being in charge, one person that he thinks could come back eventually is Karrion Kross. And when I said the TikTok, I was like, ooh, I remember he told me this. So Karrion Kross, Scarlett under Triple H, that return would be epic. And I'm gonna throw this little fantasy booking out there too. Since they didn't finish off the Edge videos, those Edge promo vids, by saying, I'm coming to SummerSlam, if they did bring back that video and had it be someone else that was coming after Edge, another person that would fit that would be Karrion Kross, as far as that style, that the fire and the blood and all that stuff. You bring Karrion Kross into the mix, and he's been growing out his hair, so I don't know. You could have it be him. So I'm gonna just throw that out as a little bonus thing right there. That let's start it up, put it out in the universe. Karrion Kross returns to WWE with Scarlett and do it proper. Bring that entrance in,
new era,
bring
baby.
that music in the new era, the triangle offense era. Let's go.
Yeah.
With all that said, that's going to do it for this episode. The SummerSlam recap on Tribal Chief Day. For Devin, I'm Hafeez. We'll catch you guys next time. Peace.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening to the Clark Street Wrestling Podcast on Tribal Chief Day. Let's go. It has begun.
Circle debate. That damn debate is coming.
It's coming soon.
I didn't forget this time.
Yeah.
I didn't forget.
I never forget.
Coming.
And never forget. I never.
Yeah,
We ready.
right.
And we ready for you, Mike De Niro. Yeah, you the new guy. We ready for you, new guy. Shout out to the Wrestling DeLorean.